like it. And I actually wouldn't even mind the top Cho'Gath now. Just a little shout out. I don't think it'll happen, but
yeah.
It's Keen. He gets counter pick. I wouldn't even be surprised by a Fiora or anything like that.
That's what I'm feeling like. He's
throw the Cassante down into mid.
Nope, gonna be Talia actually for BDD, so going back to an old favorite. BDD just wants to have agency in mid, and the Talia is gonna give him that. And if it's, you know, you and I were talking about the possibility of the Fiora counter pick here and how cool it is to see Cassante mid flexed oftentimes, and the Gragas I think could have maybe seen. But it would have been a big problem in terms of magic damage here now, especially into this Scion. Now you have the Leon
priority.
Now,
pressure.
Morgan is also coming down here with ultimate, so it's very difficult for KT to contest. Now, they may be able to get a plate for Cassante here because Morgan is missing top, and he is going to come back up here. So Drake for Drake. And by the way, not Hex, or not Chemtech.
Trying to fight here. This is a 2v3 in favor of Bro right now. So Lehen's going to flash, but he still dies. As here comes the rest of KT, but Lumpty just easily flashes away. And first blood is given to Brion.
That was really disjointed from KT, and the idea is
if he starts it up, he'll just get cast or whatever.
Yeah,
here we go. Another engage effort, really trying to force this one. Lehens doesn't have flash, so okay, just gonna put up a wall and say, do not enter.
But bizarre here, this early game. That's gonna be, you know, you didn't Weaver's Wall in the last fight because you're worried that you're gonna get cast off of it or denied. This time you Weaver's Wall trying to catch the Rakan. That's got a very long cooldown at this stage of the game. But you got your Leandries now. You can fight the neutral extremely well here as KT Rolster on the next objective. And as I was kind of trying to... Oh, hold on.
Because he's got to get in front of this, and he will flash away, but they have so much CC. Do they have the damage is really the question. The denting blows will do a number into that tanky Scion as down he goes, because we'll collect the kill in the top set.
Yeah, so just punishing a bit of an overextension here. Not going to be too impactful. Savai picks up the kill, an assist that's given to a Cassante. No plates to pick up with this or anything like that, but still significant. It's already got a pretty big CS lead. Keen does is aiming. Where are you going?
Well, just gonna charm them both as the flash out, and is the damage there for the Aphelios? It will be to take down effort as Kick comes in. And I'm trying to trade here, but the Crescendum is so much damage, but not enough compared to the Feathers, as Henna will be able to pick that one up.
It's starting to feel like KT really losing control of this game very quickly here. As, again, the kill you got topside there, not too significant. Now you've lost your Aphelios. He's out of lane. He's not farming. Henna picking up the money. And this guy to keep this turret alive, but even that seems a difficult task. It looks like they will just barely be able to do it. But, man, KT, this is what we talked about. They're comp front to back so well, and it's got good peel for aiming. But if you even catch the Scion with this Leandries build for Talia, he will burn down. And Brion were not ready to turn when he got caught. The cask follow-up is very late and is not in position to look for a blade call or anything like this. Effort, you need to be 100% ready to ult in and look for a big turn or a knock-up onto those carries, because that's what Scion offers you. All of these resources are used on the front line, and he's not going to last long against that Leandries damage, but he lasts long enough for a re-engage. And if you're not confident enough to do that, this composition just isn't going to work. And this is the age-old Brion question is, will they fight or be aggressive ever? And so far, you know, we're a little bit worried about what we've seen here in this team fight.
The question, unfortunately, Wolf, has been answered many times, and the answer has always been a resounding no.
Yeah.
They have not been willing to fight, and I think this time is the same in that last fight. You know, they start off the fight kind of on the back foot, and they say, okay, back. No, we're just not fighting. We can't win this one. We're behind in it, so we're just not going to. And in the recent interviews, Edgar was pretty straightforward. He didn't cut any corners on that one.
All right, now we're just going the exact opposite, though. We're just going to fight all the time. We're just going to force a Baron here at 21 minutes.
Just do Baron. Sure.
I mean, Keen has teleport here, and this is a very greedy call. They can try to hold this choke point with Cask.
Their turn is fantastic with the Rakan and the Gragas and the Scion, so...
Gotta pull the trigger, KT.
Not half bad. This teleport is in the pit, so they're gonna say, you're not allowed to get in here, and now they want to force a fight with this teleport that they had to use. to get on in here. The box is down. May keep Lehen safe, but no, it won't, as in they go. Here's the engage. They get onto the backline, but BDD will survive. Vi in the backline here onto Henna as well. Finally goes for the Featherstorm, and Henna will survive for now, but Keen is such a menace, and they cannot get rid of the Cassante at all, as Keen essentially does the meat of the damage in the backline there. 3 members of Brionne will pay the price.
So Brionne, we're not willing to force the fight, and we'll probably jump into that first. The fight that we saw just moments ago on the Drake, as they are going to come over here and maybe contest, but this would be very unwise.
He could probably kill the both of them right now. He's got 2 items.
Backing away for sure as ULTEA there. But the previous fight, they're not willing to pull the trigger after the sound gets called. This time,
backline access, then eventually, you know, she's only got 1 Featherstorm and 1 Blade Caller, so if she uses both, you're probably gonna get on top of the science. She's not gonna have anything else from there outside of the cleanse, as here's BDD, just ignores the cask. And meanwhile, this bottom lane is going down. As ULTEA's in a really rough spot, just gonna get clapped by Cuz.
Yeah, he is dead. And Karas used his cask. He offers no peel, nothing. He's just hit his 2-item spike, but he can't help out his not to lose. And when all you got to do is win these 3 and hope for the best, maybe you get top 2 is Cuz.
Uh-oh. Morgan, look at it. He's just falling apart like a piece of paper now.
Yeah,
like
he's basically 100-0 here. He's got to get out of there.
Yeah, denting blows. You got a Lord Dominic's. BDD wasn't even there.
Here comes BDD now.
Yeah, and everybody's just trying to get away from them as Karis, somebody's got a tank, right? It is going to be Karis on the front line, but very nicely timed one as they try to go for the engage now, but Henna's just running away from Keen. They don't have their damage in position to follow up at all.
Keen is insane
side of that one.
This game. He is just doing so much.
Yeah.
And it
is the team fight right now.
Because, like, I was joking earlier about how much damage he's done to Morgan, but he's done tons of damage to Henna in particular in so many of these skirmishes and so many of these fights. The Xayah has Flash Cleanse, and Featherstorm is trying to get away from him, and she's just struggling. She's struggling, and KT looking to try to end this game right now.
Well, we're clearing out the waves. They're trying, but you are just going to get shredded down as even the root onto poor Henna, just to add insult to injury. As Zombie Scion also getting a little taste, but yeah, KT up about 11,000 gold. It was 1 team fight, 1 Baron push into a couple more, and that was all it took. The Nexus will go down. KT will win the game before 30 minutes. As it didn't really look like that was going to happen, Wolf, when we first loaded into the first 10 minutes of this game.
Yeah, Keen absolutely popped off, though. He and Cuz controlling that Baron fight, and there were really 2 team fights.